Hey YouTube violinists, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to hold the bow properly to avoid tension. Stick around to the end of the video, you don't want to miss this. Let's get right into the video. So the purpose of this video is to help you reduce tension in your right hand, also known as your bow hand. So I see a lot of students do what's called a banana thumb. What a banana thumb is simply that, where the thumb, simply put, looks like a banana. So the banana thumb is what we want to avoid in string and violin playing, because you'll notice that there is a lot of tension that's going down my wrist, and if I extend this, if I keep this in this position for a very long time, I'll create tension in my hand. The reason why it's important to have a bendy thumb, which will look something like this, and you will notice that my thumb over here is actually touching the bow hair. I always explain to my students that it's okay to touch the bow hair, because what we don't want is the exact opposite. This is not a bad bow grip, but it could be better. So to have a nicer, softer sound, we want to kind of let go of the bow as so. But if I want a little bit more core in my sound, I need to make sure that these two fingers are going right over the bow, that my thumb is bent, because what will happen is that when we do colle, we can get all the fingers activated on the bow. If I lock in my hand this way, I mean, I can do some gymnastics on my fingers, but it's gonna hurt for when I'm playing for a very long time. And the whole goal is to play the violin for a very long time, to reduce the amount of tension, to reduce the amount of pain. And of course, the goal is to reduce the amount of pain that it's happening in your body while you're playing the violin, because we want to create longevity in your violin playing. So when I am doing a bow stroke like colle, I need all those fingers activated. I need all those fingers curvy and moving. So you may notice that not only the thumb is important, but the pinky is also just as important, because the pinky will help bring the bow back up. Another common problem that I see among students is they'll go do a down bow and then they can't bend the pinky because their thumb is a banana thumb. So it's okay for the thumb to go straight. We just don't want it bending this way, because you'll notice that if I bend my thumb this way, then I'll pronate a little bit too much towards the index finger. And that is where we dive into a little bit more of the Russian bow grip, which is something that I don't teach on this channel, but I teach more of a Belgian Franco bow grip, which helps the balance of the sound. I can get a good grip by pulling the string to the right, which will help me get a good sound. It'll help me control the sound. And if you are followers on the channel, you also know that I am the host of the Violin Podcast. We recently had Gyura Schmidt, a New York-based violinist and a super famous soloist, on the podcast to describe what are the benefits of colle. It helps with a variety of other bow strokes. And he says that it is the seed of all bow strokes, because all other bow strokes stem from colle. So now what will happen is that when I have my hand over here, my hand kind of looks like the letter C, a backwards C. What I also like to do with my beginners is I like to have them look over a telescope, so that way they have something tangible, like something that they know that they've used, and a little bit bigger than their hand. So this is a great technique for all you string teachers, for students who are like age of 5, 6, 7 and upward. So this is a great way to have all the fingers curvy like the letter C, but only backwards, and we want the fingers all bent as so. And this is what's going to be the result with having a bendy thumb. So part of the secret, which is not so much a secret, to having a good sound is just having a bendy thumb. Because if you have a bendy thumb but everything else in your arm looks good, like your arm is having enough weight on the string, I can pull the string, then I can also do nice rotations of the fingers. If I do a little lift, I can grip the string no problem. I don't have to do an entire arm motion. And another downside of having a banana thumb, because you'll end up, sorry, I just bumped into my microphone. So you'll end up going this, but you'll notice that I'm using bigger muscles, but I'm also isolating my shoulder in one way. So I'm using my shoulder, which is kind of inefficient. I want that shoulder to kind of be sitting down. I want it to be relaxed, and I just want more wrist finger action this way. And that's going to help you, like I said, get a good sound, get a more controlled sound. So there you have it. Those are some of the tips that I would recommend you do in the practice room. I definitely want to avoid that banana thumb. Definitely avoid it, because it's going to cause a lot of pain in your wrist over here. And a nice bendy thumb will help solve the problem. It may take a little bit of getting used to at first, but I promise you it'll help pay dividends in the end. Thanks for watching. If you are a new viewer to the channel, my name is Eric. I do a lot of violin content on the channel. If you haven't done so already, I appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, so that way you get more violin content on the channel. It also helps me out as a content creator to provide more videos for you. Be sure to check out other YouTube videos on this channel to help you become a better violinist. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.